Greetings, my name is Nathan Pinard, or Nathan Allen Pinard, and this is one of the first, actually the first music production video that I've done on my channel. And hope you all enjoy this, because this is one of those things that I've been wanting to do for many years, though my process has changed a bit. And it's interesting to see, how that's changed, because what I'm doing here is essentially a Let's Play, hence the name Let's Notate. A series of a journey that I'm going to do. Very much how you do gaming videos, but, I would like to do it on the music production side. This isn't a first. People have done this before. But this is my journey, and I'm going to be doing 2 steps. The first step is going to be notating the entire thing from start to finish before I even put it to sequencer. And this is a process that I've done for quite a few months and through quite a few projects. And let me tell you, it is, if you know notation, don't skip it. Even if you got to do pen and paper, or pencil and paper, actually, it is highly recommended that you do notation first. And if you're not keen in doing a whole entire score, at least notate the really important parts. Like if you have some brass stacks, or you have some string lines, or some specific chords or choral work, notate just those parts. And then when you put them in the sequencer, whichever method you do, I would highly recommend you play each part, specifically on keyboard or with a breath controller or with a EWI. Don't import them. If you can, do not import them, because they kind of lose the humanization when you play each part. You'll be pleased, because there's a lot you can see in notation that you don't necessarily see while sequencing. Sequencing is very just sit at your keyboard and improv as you go. This doesn't apply for some kinds of music. Some kind of music, it's kind of, like EDM is right at the sequencer from the start. You got to work on the drum patterns. You got to work on the arpeggiation, the synth bass. You got to do a lot of tweaking from the start to get that to sound nice and polished. Orchestration or hybrid music with orchestration in it is often best started on paper, or in this case, StaffPad. That way you can see all the voicing, and then later on play the parts through, and then add all your bells and whistles, your polish, your synths, your pads, your EQ, compression, limiting, velocities, volume curves, the list goes on. You know how that is. But what this really does, the main purpose why I do this, is because when you work with notation, it's not as taxing. Like if you're sitting at your computer, for me, it takes quite a bit of power out of me if I'm sitting there thinking while performing, while trying to engineer at the same time. You're doing 3 things at the same time. Music is a 2-brain process, left and right. This just kind of turns it up to 11 for me anyway. Some people can work for 12 hours straight and they're like, that's fine. For me, 4 or 5 hours, I lose all creativity. StaffPad, on the other hand, number one, is way faster to get those ideas out. It's also pretty good for like waking up in the middle of the night and just going, oh god, I gotta write this down. Done that before now. You could do this anywhere. You can do it in a coffee shop, in a bar, at home, in a living room. You can do it while watching TV. Notation is a pretty powerful thing. And because it's so convenient, you can go outdoors in a park and do this if you have the battery power. And you can get a lot done. Theoretically, you could work on StaffPad every single day, and it probably wouldn't take much out of you. And then you'd have so much material to pop into your sequencer and get working. So anyway, that's my take on this. So without further ado, hopefully you can see this. I got wires everywhere because of this weird setup. This is StaffPad right here. Hopefully you can see it. I've got several pieces that I've done in the past, some released, some not released. And basically, it's just a capacitive stylus, or actually, I don't think, active stylus, excuse me. You'll see here, as I get really close, I can just go ahead and do that. And it allows you to write, erase, and do all sorts of gestures. It's scrollable. Basically, it'll play back whatever you want. I mean, Obviously, the samples are not like super premium quality, but they get the point across, and you can actually really be really micromanagement in this, and you can do volume curves and everything. But I didn't go that far because I'm going to put it to much higher quality samples. So. Obviously, that was a little awkward because you probably saw 2 views of that. Now that I think about it, anyway, what we're gonna be doing today or tonight is we're gonna be doing a series in which I orchestrate a OC Remix soundtrack for an upcoming project called Terranigma. Terranigma is a SNES title that was never released here, front to my knowledge, and it kind of has a Secret of Mana vibe in terms of gameplay. I've never personally played it, but this is one of those times where I went to OC Remix and I was like, I really, really would love to do a project because I've been wanting to do this for a long time, and I never knew how OC Remix worked in terms of like, how do you get on one of their albums? Is that like a special thing? Simply put, you kind of audition. And this is a specific project which is now official. When I signed up, it wasn't official, but now it is an official OC Remix project. And gonna give this a shot. The most of the music in the game was not my favorite, but this particular track, I just heard a specific type of arrangement, which is I think it's actually called the Evergreen Forest track, or I can't remember the exact title, but OC Remix has you rename that anyway, so I just, for now, for reference, calling it Evergreen. Okay, so first things first. Go ahead and add an instrument, and I'm gonna go ahead and I've got, oh, by the way, these StaffPad actually has sample libraries you can purchase. They're not like super expensive, but you can get some slightly better ones. Like you got this upright piano rather than the normal piano. So we'll go ahead and put upright piano in there. I'm going to start with that for now. Then we're going to go ahead and insert some text. Tempo equals 100. Let's hope that registered. I can never remember how this tempo works. I wonder if it's because I don't have any notes. That's probably why. Okay. So, I'm going to go ahead and excuse the politics. I'm going to go to YouTube. So I can give you, wow, why am I being? Go ahead and give you a listen to the original, which I doubt I'll be infringed for. I mean, it's a very, very, very old soundtrack. And it was Evergreen. There we go. Okay. So the main thing is this first motif that I gotta figure out. Okay, so the main thing is that motif, which is weird because when you always think of this in your head, you think it's the no, I'm trying to think of the words. It goes da 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 da. I keep thinking of it as going da 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 da. You know, that's one of the things I always forget. So it starts from the bottom. Okay, so we take that motif. Let's hope this isn't a good key, because this is like 5 flats or something. I'm going to change it. So, so that's an 8th note. So we're going to go ahead. Oops. Let's stick with the quarter note for now. Okay, good. So it looks like it's in F major. Yeah, so the B flat major chord. Okay. So we can do, by the way, this isn't necessarily an evaluation of StaffPad. It's a little weird having it on a table like this, especially when it's a little higher. I got the cameras, the camera angled a certain way. Usually what I do is I pick it up and kind of hold it like this. And I might do that in another video. Right now, if I give anything for this table to be angled like a drawing table, if you have a drawing table, this would work great. Anyway, I'm going to turn this just a little bit. Okay, let's hope this registers. So you do here, here, cross the beam there, cross the beam there, finish these up. There are specific tutorials on how you do this. And what you do is you click the next measure, survey says, bam. So we have, okay. Notice our tempo went away. I don't know what happened with that. Don't worry about placement for now. Let's try 90. Did you register? Oh, come on. There's something I'm missing here. Oh, one other thing you can do in this. I totally forgot about this. It does have voice activation. So what you do is you touch your name up here. Set tempo at 75. Okay. So it looks like I had to have actual quarter note. Okay, that's way too slow. Let's try 100 like last time. Set tempo at 100. See, isn't that cool? It's pretty handy. Doesn't do everything. Like you can't just like. I mean, it's interesting if you could sing notes, but God knows it would be able to tell what the heck I was singing. Okay, so that's a good one. So what we can do is excuse me. Some liquids. I already forgot. Okay, so it wraps around. Okay. So we can go ahead and double touch that. And then copy. By the way, let's see if you can hope you can see this. Well, you probably can't see this. I don't have the cursor on because I don't like the cursor on. It's always off a little bit from the stylus. Oops. Copy. Paste. Okay. Yeah. Does it do the first 4? Is that it? Let's see. Right? Yep. Very simple motif. We could literally copy this like crazy now. We're going to basically do... it's going to start out solo piano. It's just something I always like to do, especially on stuff like this, and it'll evolve as it goes. The entire Nintendo track is really simple. So... we're not going to do that. In terms of chords, I have a ton of alternate chords in my head that will work with this because of that ongoing motif that just keeps going and going and going. So, and the melody is very simplified, so you can... I mean, we're already kind of at the Chrono Trigger part, the Chrono Trigger style. This game has some very Chrono Trigger-esque, elements to it in terms of the soundtrack. And that's one of the reasons why I picked this, because I've wanted to do a remix of Scala's theme for so long, but there's so many of them. I'm not sure if I could add to that pile. And then also the main Chrono theme, but with a jazz noir, much like I did with Gemini Rue, because that melody works so perfectly for jazz noir. Excuse me. Saying it wrong. But yeah. So let's see. Let's keep going with this. Come on. Oh, yeah, that's right. If you have something highlighted like this, that's what's so brilliant about StaffPad. Copying and pasting stuff in the sequencer is usually not this easy. I mean, you can just go, then touch like that, and then paste. Oops. There we go. Oh, hold on. I got to copy this right. Copy both of them. There we go. Paste. Paste. So we have... maybe this will be too long, but let's just go with it for now. Before the melody comes in, we're going to be going 8 bars. That's not terrible. So we have our upper part. Now we're going to put in our lowers. I always wondered, like, the best way to notate this. I don't necessarily like notating in the top staff. I'm not really a piano player, so most of you piano players may cringe at this. Okay, so we want a simple chord. Let's see what we got here. Oh, let's see. Okay, we want that. Do we want to start with bass notes? Yeah, I think we do. See how I just drew a flat there? It works great. Ah. Come on. There we go. Perfect. Okay, so we'll go ahead and copy this over here and then tie it, which my tie is apparently unacceptable. Absolutely terrible tie. There. It's not... Okay, I'm trying to remember how to get it to actually tie. I don't know. Let's go up here. We go to this, and we have all sorts of... I know there's something around here that does that. Maybe not. At one point there was. That might have been the crescendo, though. Let's try under here. Well, it wants me to do it. What if I do another one? Oh. That tied. Let's tie all of them. Come on. Ugh, my lines are terrible. Terrible. It's like I'm trying to get under here and see at the same time. Okay. That tied that. Let's tie that. Yeah, that's not a tie. That's doing a slur. That's a nice thing, but let's not do that. It keeps wanting to slur that. We'll leave it for now. I don't want to sit here and mess with that too much. Let it get some point across. You're gonna, eventually re-import and fix all this stuff anyway. And plus, on paper, and again, I'm probably doing it wrong, but I know there's other ways, there's shortcuts to tie and slur. I don't want to dump into the documentation. There is like full-blown videos you can watch. So we'll go ahead and keep moving here. We want that F to move to a 9. And then we definitely want the B flat to move down to the root. Oops. What are you doing? Okay. And we probably are going to have that C. We got to find out what the heck key this is in. Yeah, okay. So it's an F. Let's go ahead and do the right. Nope, not time signature. Key signature. Okay. F major. Of course. 1 flat. Good. Awesome. Excellent. Okay. So copy. Paste. Let's try tying from the top. Let's just do this. Nope, hates me. You hate me. Okay, you're just going to keep doing that. Fine. StaffPad isn't perfect, but man, it's so better than pencil and paper. That stuff will tear my hand up. All that writing. Plus this you can just change. Okay, for whatever reason it just doesn't want to tie them all. So I'm just going to keep going. And same chords here. I don't want to reveal too much with the different alterations that I want to do. We want that twice. It's still too quick into the melody. Let's try that. And that's where the melody comes in, right here. And how do we do that? You got, I mean, if I try to write a whole note in here, it's going to put it down there or on one of these notes. What you do is you can do what just, you can do it just about anything else with finale. Or finale. You can do a second part. And basically that'll just let you write over and it'll have a different color if I have that option on. That it'll show you. Let's see if I do. Voice colors. Eraser icon. Okay, I don't need that because I got the stylus special eraser button. Just checking to see. Yep. Okay. So 1, 2. Whoops. So a rest is basically an S, and it'll pop a rest in there. So that's an F. F, G. Forgot about the octave higher. Is that, does it start with an F? Okay. No, okay, yeah, I messed up. So we have a half rest. Ooh, what was this junk there? And then whole notes. Let's put it there. What happens? That didn't work. Oh, because it did a whole. What half? There. Now, often if you jump over, you can just put a note. Whoa. Oh, my bad. Hands getting cramped from this position. Keep forgetting about the octavo. Okay, so it should go. Okay. And then that's a C, I believe. I'm way too small here. I'm used to doing it much bigger. There we go. What's I don't want to be too articulate like the melody is there. Let's see. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, da 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 da, something like that. I want it to be very piano friendly in the terms of the way this sounds. So that sort of kind of loose rhythm I don't really want. So this is a flat out whole note. Okay, and then half note, This should tie right this time. One, two, three, da 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 da. 1, 2, 3, da da. Okay. So that's a 7 for an 8th rest. 1, 2, 3, da da da. Okay. Don't know if these are the right notes, but that's the beauty. We don't want triplets. Mm, mm. One, two, dun dun. Let's see. One, da da da. 1, 2, da da. Ba ba ba. Yeah, so it's gonna be da da da, and that's an 8th note. Ba ba ba. That's all. Okay, so these are tied. Da da da. So that's tied with a half note. And then we do the same song and dance again. Do I want to rest there? Let's see. Ba da 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 da. 1, 2. Yeah, let's hold that. Ba, ba, ba. And then we... Whoa, what happened there? Go back to 1. It's always hard to tie these. Yep. Okay, hold on. We can do this. Nah. Okay. Blop, blop. Whoops. I meant to do that. And that. That. Oh, well, okay. That's fine. Back to 2. Now what's that next part? Oops. One thing about the song, it's a little free with the melody, and I would like to come with something more structured, more common, and just something that doesn't sound like a solo. So. Okay, so that da, da, da. Yeah, no, let's leave that in. Okay, so we'll go dotted half. Sometimes the dots are a little iffy. There we go. Oh, it's gonna be so great when you guys hear start seeing the rest envelop. It's gonna take a lot of videos. So it was on the 4th count. Yeah. I didn't get something else, did I? Okay. Yeah, I did. Nope. No, it's just was from the beginning. Okay. So da 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 2 3 pop. Okay. Ba ba 1 2 3 da 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 da. Oops, not a 3 count. 1 2 3. So it's yeah, it's a tied eighth or a flagged eighth. 1 2 3 ba 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 1 2 da da. So One, two, three, da, da, da. I don't want to do that. I want to 1 2 3 ba. Usually I don't want to split the divisions to confuse the artist, even though I'm the artist. 1 2 1 2 1 da 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 da. Do I want to put... Yeah, no, let's just... Tying those two together seems a little weird. Yeah, okay, so we'll do this. Oops, I did not mean to do that. Oh, that was my bad. My palm gets in the way sometimes. They do have palm protection on here, but it depends on the stylus you're using. And this stylus is unfortunately the only stylus you can really get for this that's worth it. While you're watching this, if you're thinking of buying a tablet and StaffPad, I would strongly suggest the Surface. The Surface has the best pen. Why didn't I get a Surface? Well, because I want to play games too. And this thing also has that sort of book-style laptop thing. Don't do that. Okay, let's try this again. Okay. So, this might be a weird way to notate this, but it might just look better. Keep getting these values right. Okay, so tie that. And tie that. The other thing we could have done, just to separate the melodies, is we could have easily just made another track for the main piano line. And that may not be necessary because later on everything's going to kind of just congeal together as piano parts, assuming I'm any good at writing piano parts. Is that the rhythm we want? Could do triplets. Let me think in my head here. Da, 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 da. Let's try triplets. Probably easier to notate too. Da, 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 da. 1 2 3 1 2 3. So this is gonna just do some fake notes here because I don't want to, well, screw it up, which I already did, most likely. Good. Now I believe, actually no, we don't need to do that. We can just 3. There. And then tie. Did I get this division right? Let's see. Okay. Okay. I think that's the right division. It covers 2 B. No, 1, 2, 3, 4. Da 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 da. Okay, so da 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 da. Let's come back to that later. Yeah, I guess it's a true triplet. Okay. What we got left? See how it changes there? That last bit I'm changing a little more in terms of rhythm. It go just kind of the same thing back there, right? I don't like the 8th note. I kind of want it to stay. Yeah, let's do the same divisions here. Oh, come on. That's a perfect half note. Let's do it down here. Tie. And then we'll write the melody. If I copy this, oops, what, there, and write this one more time. Oop. Okay. And go ahead and take this as well. Did I screw that up? Yeah, I did. That's what I want. And then tie these. Come on. I'm missing something here. Yeah, I can't move it up. This one's giving me some flack, and I don't know why. Oh, it keeps breaking on my stupid stylus. That's got to be the best. Okay, forget that for now. I'm just gonna move on. Okay. Copy that. There. I think I missed some changes. I didn't look at the updates. Okay, so let's listen to the last bit. So, so, da da da. Da, da, da. Yeah, I'm changing that part. Do I want to da da da? Think about that in there. That may be what I want. Let's see. Yep, let's keep it there. If we change our mind, we'll do that later. And then the last bit here, before the end of this first episode, I'm gonna finish these 4 bars, which may take longer than it seems. I have to think of the root in my head. So, is that the B flat? Yeah. Dun, dun. Do I want to end that last one on the actual root chord or something? Yeah, let's do, root. Don't want to get too fancy yet. 5th. Oh, I know what I'm doing wrong. tired. That's for one thing. There. I was gonna say it'd be nice. So my standard 153 that I like to do. Start with a basic chord. Actually, let's try stagnant note here. And then another stagnant note. Ugh, it's terrible. Let's add another. There we go. I'll add 4 down here as well. Maybe let's hear what it sounds like now. That may be elaborated in the piano part later. Especially if I have a good piano VI. Let's add a D here and see what that sounds like. Get some little jazzy chords in there. Okay, that works. All right, I'll save. Always gotta save. Well, that's it for this episode. See if I can get another episode out as soon as I can. Also got to do just a little bit of brainstorming on how I want to continue this project, and also it's hot in here. I need to cool down before I start again. So that was actually kind of fun. Usually I'm just sitting alone doing this by myself, but with you guys, this is pretty interesting. So tell me what you thought. Tell me if you had any ideas. I am more than happy to listen to them. Comments, whatever, it doesn't matter. You can be negative if you want, you can be positive. This will obviously just kind of... The piano part is never truly finished until you're sequencing it, because the way I play is not necessarily the way that I'm writing this. I'm not the greatest piano player, and that's actually one of my resolutions that I'd like to do, is do a full-blown teach myself piano. Main thing is the whole different rhythm here, it just doesn't work with me. I'm originally trained as a woodwindist, where things are generally change at once, or at least are in succession. So anyway, just tell me what you thought. Please go ahead and subscribe to my channel. And also, while you're at it, check out my GoFundMe page. GoFundMe is www.gofundme.com/Immortal Aria. That is specifically for a trip that I'm attempting to go to, in which my band Immortal Aria was nominated for 3 awards. And this is like second to the Grammys. It's a pretty big deal. And I'm raising money just to be able to go and not kill my bank account. I mean, I basically don't have an income right now, but I think I might be able to go to this thing with the money I currently funded. But if you wish to support me, please go to that address down here. And there's actually some perks. If you subscribe to $10, you get a free copy of my latest album through Immortal Aria, the Angels song. $30 gets you 2 actual CDs in the mail, and $50 gives you what I just mentioned, and also both my video game soundtracks for Gemini Rue and Techno Babylon through Bandcamp. So a lot of good stuff there. Go ahead and check it out. Anyway, that's it for now, and I will catch you later. Thank you.